Hey, I'm Yanely. I host the Marketplace podcast called Financially Inclined. There's something I want to talk about related to talking about finances. And it's when we avoid having awkward money conversations with people that we love, like our friends, our romantic partners, our siblings. And I feel like this is something that we all have been through and we can all relate to it. For example, sometimes you have to tell a friend that you can't make it to their birthday dinner because it's too expensive, or you might have to ask somebody to give you money back that you lent them. And I just think that these are the kind of moments where we get real vulnerable, and that's why it feels awkward. But I do think the danger is that when we don't talk about it, it can ruin relationships, because that has happened to me in the past. It doesn't have to be that way, because we can learn, tips and strategies and have scripts ready that can help us go into these conversations and also have them in a respectful way. So I talked to Erin Lowry. She's the author of Broke Millennial Talks Money. She's a personal finance expert with really good tips about how to approach these awkward money conversations. For example, let's say that you have a friend who's having a birthday celebration coming up and they want to host it at a really expensive restaurant. Maybe you don't have the money, or maybe you do have money set aside, but you need it for something else. And so the first thing that you're going to want to do, which is really important, is to make sure that you affirm that relationship that you have with them. So you could say something like, girl, I love you and I really want to celebrate your birthday with you. Then you can follow that up by communicating the cost is really the issue. It's not feasible for you right now. So you could say something like, but I just don't have the ability right now to spend $100 on just one meal out. Finally, you want to offer an alternative. So you could say something like, but we should still link up at my place. We can make some homemade carrot cake and dance to Bad Bunny's new album. This is short, it's to the point, it's honest, and I think the most important part is that it's raw and real, right? It's authentic. Anybody who is actually your friend is gonna appreciate that you're being honest and direct. One other messy issue that a lot of us deal with is when we lend money out and then we're waiting for it to come back, and so now you have to ask. It can be awkward and uncomfortable. You had to go out of your way to lend them money, now you have to go out of your way to ask them to return the money. Like, it's so frustrating. But what you can do is say something like, hey, remember when I lent you that $100? I'm gonna need that money back, and it would really be great if I could get it by this Friday because I'm trying to save up for this new couch. Put the thing in there that is the reason that allows you to communicate that you need that money back, because you also have your own responsibilities and your own financial goals. It doesn't matter if you're talking about someone's birthday dinner that's too expensive, or you're trying to get your money back from your sibling. Having these money scripts, I think, is so helpful for going into these awkward conversations, because it helps you get into it. And again, it helps you keep the conversation respectful. Okay, I really hope these tips help you make your next money conversation less uncomfortable. And if you liked it and you want to hear more tips, you should definitely check out our first episode of Financially Inclined. It's available right now wherever you get your podcasts.